Hello? Oh my gosh, Artie. Hi Mia, hi Silly, hello Allison, hello Scruffy. Girlfriend. So interesting, our little bee, right? It's from this website. And it looks like the domain has expired. Remember how the bee wasn't working yesterday? So I had to turn it off. Hopefully it gets fixed. But that was sad. Our little bee's gone. So I am trying. I know. I'm really sad. I hope so too. We'll have to like find another one if it doesn't come back. All right. Ooh, close up. So I was trying to see if there was a way today of like kind of stitching a little bit in hand. So that way I could do some of the little detail stuff that I've been not able to do on stream, but I'm not 100% sure if I'll get a good camera angle, so we'll see. The reason I haven't done the little detail stuff is because putting it in the stand and then trying to rotate it is a pain in the butt. Hi. But I have to show you all something happened last night. And I tried to post a picture on Discord, and then Discord broke on my phone. So this sassy tail little miss and Pippin snuggled together. It might have been slightly against her will. But it happened and I have pictures. So Artie was laying like this. She was snugging and hanging out with me. Look at this little smooshy pancake girl. James, are you looking? I told James to look. Yep. Okay. And then Pippin put her little paws on the couch because she wanted to come up, and she saw where Artie was, and there was the whole other part of the couch that she could be on. And Pippin was like, I don't really care. So she jumps up, and Artie's like, okay, fine. And look at how grumpy they both look. There's a little video though. Her face just. And then she looks up at her face. Her face just like smooshed into Pippin's butt. And I was like, oh my god, that's hilarious. And then I give each of them a pet. I was like, that's a good girl, and that's a good girl. And then Pippin was like, oh yeah, she's being good too. And then Pippin gives her kisses. I know, doesn't it? Wait, there, and Pippin gives her kisses right there. And then Pippin lies down. And Artie's just like, yeah, okay. And I'm writing my note to James because he had work this morning. So we have a little book where we write each other notes whenever he has work early, where I just like tell him what happened after he went to bed. And he leaves me a little note in the morning and we read them. And It's cute. And so I was just finishing it, and you could see her little paws on my leg, and Artie's just like, yeah, okay. This is fine. The only thing that would have made it better is if Artie had, like, rested her head on Pippin. But this was... that's kind of where... Yeah, her butt in her face, just like, here you go. And then, of course, Pippin loves, like, having her belly rubbed. And so she slowly starts to, like, roll over. And I'm like, I'm trying to, like, pet them, you know, like, on their heads, like, a place where they want, because I'm like, she's just rolling. And Artie's like, why? Why are you... And that was enough for her to be like, I'm out, and then she left. When Pippin, like, rolled over to have her belly rubbed and, like, almost kicked her in the face, Artie's like, I'm out. I was like, no, that's fine. I get it. But, let's see. They did that for that was about 5 minutes. And I was so proud of them. She was very calm. Honestly, I was very impressed by how, like, unbothered she was until Pippin was like, I'm in here. Like, here's my leg in your face. And it's like, okay, I understand you being like, that's enough. Because I, too, would be like, I'm a little over this now, you know? Like, too much in my personal space. Thank you very much. It's like a grumpy grandpa getting kisses from her grandkids. Like, secretly she loves it, but she's like, God, I hate this. This is the worst. And then, like, the kids are like, okay, fine, I'll leave. And they're like, no, don't go. Don't go anywhere. But yeah. So that was I was very excited about last night. And I knew that you all would understand and be just as excited. So it's like I have to tell chat. Okay. So like I said, I wanted to try and get some of these little things done that I've been not doing because it's hard to flip things over and like turn things around when I'm using the stand. If it doesn't work, then we'll end up like working on the little rock over here or something that's like a big solid color. But I just wanted to see if we could, because like there's some fish over here. And a little wave, and this seahorse. The seahorses need a couple of stitches. I don't want to forget these things, you know what I mean? And so I figure since today's going to be a shorter stream, why not try and get a bunch of little things done for the satisfaction of completion of things. Okay. Maybe I can even... let's try that. So how's everybody doing today? I called the bank today because I thought that I had not gotten my new bank card and my old one expired. And they were like, huh, that's really weird. You know, we sent out the other one in April. And I was like, oh boy, that is weird. Let's definitely get a new one sent out. So that means now that it's a new number and it's a new, like, anything that I have set up on auto pay is going to have to get, like, fixed, which is a pain in the butt. And I had, like, the whole time I was on the phone, I was, like, looking through all the mail, through all the stuff. Now James doesn't have a central spot that he puts my mail. I put all of his mail on his desk or at his place at the table, right? Like where he sits to eat dinner. Those are like the two places. Y'all, she had just finished setting up the new card, canceling the old one, and what do I find? Oh yes, shiz. The card that was now canceled, and it already had gone through the system. So it turns out the whole thing was unnecessary. It was just put in a really weird place that I clearly since April hadn't looked at. I mean, to be fair, if he put that there back in April, how the heck was he going to remember where it was? I guess it's like my own fault for just not, I don't know, being a better, like, housekeeper, cleaning stuff and throwing things away. You know? Oh no, I'm sorry, Mia. I mean, it's true though. I definitely need to be better about cleaning and putting things away. And I know that it's a both of us thing. It's hard when you both have like different kinds of ADHD. Which makes it hard to like keep on top of stuff, you know? Because I hadn't cleaned. I hadn't moved stuff. No, but if I was better at keeping the house tidy, I would have noticed it out of place. You're not going to win this argument. This is how my brain works. James, should we just make, like, the dining room table mail central? Like, is that where all the mail goes? Because I would say that we just put the mail in each other's offices, but I understand that sometimes with patch out and already in my office, that isn't always possible. Because trying to do that little dance and then being like, well, I'll get there later with it, and then it never gets there, you know? Because, like, that's why I'll put stuff in your office. I'll bring stuff down to, like, put in the shred pile, and I'll just put all your mail down. Like, I put the mail from today on your desk with the other stack of mail that isn't opened on your desk. I mean, the only other thing I can think of is the little table by the red phone when you first walk in, but that needs to then be kept clean. Yeah, I didn't realize that I needed a new bank card until I got a message saying that, like, payment was declined, and I was like, huh? And then I started looking, and I was like, oh, that's weird. So, like, I found out, like, the other day. By the way, James, we can't do a full litter clean today, even though it's a full litter clean day, because the litter's not coming from Amazon until Friday. So it'll have to be next week, which I know you don't care about, but just in case you decide, oh, let me go and, like, clean stuff without Megan, like, while I'm streaming, don't dump the litter. Because then the cats won't have any. We obviously, like, scoop their litter daily. Multiple times a day, actually. But then we do, like, a full box clean every other week. Where, like, we dump everything. Unless it's, like, relatively clean. Because, like, for instance, the girls, they bury stuff. So they dig around and they make a mess. And they, like, break up the clumps that, like, form in the litter. But Maple, the other day I literally went downstairs and just sitting on top of the litter was a Maple poop. And I was like, he didn't even bury it. It was just sitting there. So, like, sometimes he doesn't need his changed as often because you just scoop what's there and it doesn't leave a mess. Because he doesn't bury it. It just sits, like, right where he put it. And you're like, okay, gotcha. Like, my favorite is we'll smooth out the litter after we scoop it so that it's, like, level. Let me see if I have this picture still. It cracks me up because you can tell exactly where he went. Because there'll just be, like, one set of paw prints in the litter box. Because he didn't, like... He didn't disturb it any more than that. Like, he just... Look at... Can you all figure out where the mess would be in this box? This crap... Like, I love him. He's, like... Like, that was stepping in, doing the business, 2 paw prints stepping out. Like, that's all that there is. There's nothing else has been touched. He didn't bury it. He didn't dig. He didn't do anything. He just, like, squatted, did his business, and left. So, there are plenty of times where I'm like, I don't even have to touch... Like, I don't have to go searching for it. I know exactly where it is. It's just right there. I thought it was funny. He is very silly. Look at these cutie little fish. These little goldie fish. Oh no, they figured you out, silly. Hi, Tigress. It's good to see you. They're so little, I know. That's the real reason Artie got you in Among Us. Yeah, she was like, I can't take you on, like, IRL. But in this video game, screw you, brother. And then she just, like, ended him. Welcome back. I'm hanging in there. We're working on some smaller details today. The cat's out of the bag. Everything makes so much sense now. It does. You know, it's funny when they had to, I mean, it wasn't funny at the time, but when the people came to do the sump pump, and they had to, like, dig a trench around the entire basement wall, they also had to cut, like, a hole in our actual wall. I'm sorry, around the basement floor, not wall. But they had to cut holes in our wall in order to trench around the entire basement. And it's annoying. But I told James, because he wants to start working on like fixing everything down there. I was like, you're gonna have to like not close that little hole in the wall in, because Maple uses those little holes to get from one side of the basement to the other like quicker. And I was like, we can like frame it in like fancy, like, you know how some people have like cat doors in their doors? Like, we can make a little cat like door in the wall. Because he loves that ability. Like, buy a little bit of like decorative trim. Just like make it look fancy. Like it's intentional. Like, fix all the other parts of the wall and then like decorate that little cutout in between. A fish! He goes in my cross stitch. I'm out of balls! My balls! Balls. Also, I haven't done my daily, so let me go do that. Give me something good. $77 and a Premier Ball. Well, that's not good. And then the next person got the ultra rare reward. You know what? It's not even someone from our community who got the ultra rare reward, so forget you. Hit balls. I miss our St. Jude balls, guys. Oh, wait. I have something very exciting. James, I forgot to write this in the note. James, you better be here. In absolutely the most Megan thing to do, okay, was playing Minecraft last night. And I was looking for horses, because I have some saddles now. And I was just wandering around the area that the horses were in last time. And there were no horses, but there was a cat. And I didn't have any fish on me. So I grabbed my leash, my leads, and I leashed the cat. And then I brought it all the way home. And of course, now the cat's terrified of me because it doesn't know me, and now it's trapped in my house. That sounds about right. So I tied it up. I tied it up in the house, and I ran off and I killed a bunch of salmon, so I had fish. And then I came back. Yeah, I had 2 salmon, and I gave it those 2, and it still didn't like me, and I was like, God damn it, I need more. So I like leashed it to a fence post in my house so it couldn't run away. And I ran over to the water nearby, and I got more salmon. And now I have a cat. And it has a little red collar. And we'll need to name it. Okay, real talk. Because there's a blue and a green. Y'all, how do eyes work in Minecraft? Are the... Because it looks like it's wearing makeup. I always thought the black was like the eye. But now I see the two different colors and I'm like, are you a different color eye white kitty? Oh no, silly. Because here I was going, I wonder if we can breed cats. And I was going to be like, silly, we should get our cats together and see if we can breed them. Oh no. So the black is the pupil, and then those are, okay. So it's a two different colored eye, okay. Their eyes are weird then. That's not the, no. Don't do that IRL. Don't tie a feral cat up to a fence post in your house and go and catch it some fish. That's not how you want to do it. But I was like, this is honest to goodness like the most Megan thing. I found a cat and I was like, you're mine now. So I'll have to name it. I don't have a name for it yet. Yeah, only on Minecraft is that okay. Change the collar color with it. Okay. It has a little red collar right now, which is kind of cute. But that's good to know. Want to play more Minecraft? I'm figuring that we'll play next week. This week was kind of like a short, hectic week with everything going on with like doctors and stuff. But I figure like next week we can play. And I can show you all what I've done. And my plan while we're playing is to work on building an axolotl pen. Enclosure, maybe, is a better word. I have 6 axolotls in a bucket right now. Because you catch them in water bucket, or you catch them in buckets. Look. So there's the bucket, and then when you catch an axolotl in it, they're little, they peek out. They're all different colors too. Like it doesn't change the color based on what's in the bucket, but it's just they all look pink. But I have 5 different colors. And one repeat. So I thought we could do that. I haven't even decided yet like the kind that I want, like the enclosure I want to build, so I should probably keep figuring that out. Also, there's like a lot of stuff to show you all in the server. And I asked if people were okay with me showing things, and they were like, yeah. So, there's a lot of things that I can show you. It should be fun. We also might get some more trolls in that stream, because trolls seem to really love Minecraft streams. I don't know why. It's like they're moth to the flame, you know? They're just called to it. Heck yeah. In Saki's freaking castle? And we'll have to ride the railroad. Hooray, 3 little fishies. So much to see, yeah. Jeez. It's a strong magnet. Oh. Okay. Fishies, check. I need this color for the details on this seahorse, so let's see if I don't have enough. Trying to think if there's anything else that happened. It's one of those things when you stream every day, it's like, well, what happened in between the last time I was live? And this time it's like, not a whole heck, like I told y'all. The interesting things. I cleaned the bird feeder. That's another thing. Back in the day when I was in college, I did a radio show with my friend on the college radio station. Like we had an hour every week that we did a show. We played music and we talked, and was the whole thing. And one of the things that... No, I was. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's not a whole lot that happened in between yesterday and today. But one of the things that we were taught is that you never have dead airtime. Like, you can't ever just be... You can't have silence on the radio. You have to either be talking, playing a song, or playing an ad. And so when I'm streaming, if I'm silent, I'm like, this is bad! This is wrong! You're gonna get in trouble! You better start freaking talking! They're gonna yell at you for dead airtime. And of course that's, you know, just not the reality of it, but damn, was that like not drilled into us about start singing. Oh my god, you don't want me to sing. Y'all would be like, please don't do that again. Started singing in the shower, and younger brother yelled, stop singing. You're really bad. Oh no. Oh, siblings. I'll sing along with like music I have playing if I'm alone. Never like if other people are around. Oh yeah, that little reminder there. I forgot. I came up with a way of continuing to work on our little beaded fidget critters, even when we're not doing fundraising. So if you gift 5 subs, you become the new god of destruction, and you get to pick a bead for the fidget critter. Or if you cheer 1,000 bits, same thing, and we'll start a sticker giveaway. And then I was thinking about having, like, keeping a list of the people who have done those things for each, like, fidget critter. And then at the end, like, when it's all finished, offering first dibs to those people if they would like to purchase it. Like, at a discount. But I thought that could be a fun way to keep working on our little community fidget guys. Yeah, I did, like, I sang in school, like in the school choir. I sang in my church choir. And it's funny because, like, I am much more shy about it than my brother, who just, like, sang in, like, performances and stuff like that. So it's interesting how that works. You like the community fidget guys? Yeah. I do too. It's fun seeing, like, what people pick. And they make them really unique then. Nay. But yeah, kids saying like mean stuff, whether it's siblings or other people, can definitely get in your head about anything really. But I remember someone was like, your face looks weird when you sing, and so then I stopped wanting to sing. I also think that I sound like really nasally when I sing. Maybe I'm always really nasally, I don't know. But I feel like we're also a lot... It's because our voice sounds different when we hear it versus when... Like how we hear it ourselves versus how we hear it back in like recordings and stuff. I feel as though I've listened to my own voice so much though with like Maple TikToks and editing stuff for like YouTube tutorials that I'm starting to just get used to it. And it bothers me a little less. But I'm still like, oh my god, it's so annoying. Unclench and quench, that's a good idea. Everyone, take a sip of water. And relax your gosh darn shoulders, or your butt, or whatever you're holding tense. Seahorsies! Yay, they're done now. I need to do a little wave here and give these guys black eyes, which sounds like I'm going to punch them. But then this section will actually be done. And then I have some coral here that we can do. But that's exciting because the seahorses are now done. They haven't been done this whole time. I hate that like you guys can see my legs. I'm wearing shorts, I promise. I mean, my borrowed legs because I have the ball game tonight. I rented these for the day. Yep. Rented. Yeah. No, you don't want to, like, not be able to go to a ball game because of the whole leg situation. legs for legs. How did you know? That's exactly what I have. I grabbed this sweater so I can like put it over my legs, and I'm like, what the heck is in the sleeve? Dryer ball. We have 6 of them, and we're perpetually only having like actually 4 of them because they go missing all the time. I don't know if anyone else has like dryer balls, but they never really are in the same place. Always end up in clothing, yeah. Or like in the sheets. Like you go to fold the fitted sheet and they're all like stuck in there. Yeah, usually it's a sleeve or a pant leg. Yeah. They like to be sneaky. Yep. I just grabbed a sweater, and this was in one of the sleeves. Yeah, the dryer balls. Like I said, we had 6 of them, and we never actually have 6 of them when we do the laundry. So you use them instead of using dryer sheets to help with like static and drying. You could also, if you wanted, add like different essential oils to them if you wanted to use them instead of, like I said, the dryer sheets to keep your clothes smelling nice. But yeah. It's mostly just instead of using disposable dryer sheets. Oh no. That stinks. Yeah, meanwhile, I'm not using dryer sheets because I have no idea what's causing the hives. But I'm seeing a doctor tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be worth the long trip that we're taking to see them. Oh, gosh, okay. It's stretch time. So let's go ahead and take a quick stretch, get a snack, a drink, use the bathroom, take your meds, move your laundry. Even just stretch where you're sitting, like change position. And then we'll come back and we'll finish up this little area. We'll do the little wave that goes around these fishies, and then we'll do some coral. Or maybe we'll do the treasure chest. I don't know. I'll ask you all. when we get back what you want to see. Okay? Okay. Let us go and play some words. I'll be right back. Wah, wah, wah. Of course, since I dared to move and James came out of his office, so we were talking about what time to leave. Guess who's now looking at me? And I'm just waiting for the jump. There it is. Hi, what are you going to do now? Wow. Come here. You want to sit here? Come here. You want to sit with me? There's a girl. You gotta sit down now, okay? So I can roll my seat back. Okay, lie down. Lie down. There you go. Oh, such a good girl. Okay. Yeah, you stay there. You stay right there, okay? You stay right there. I never mind snuggles. It's the, like, I'm gonna step on what you're doing. Is that okay? That I'm like, please don't. But snuggles are always good. Always ready for snuggles. Yeah. Don't bite me. Finish the second sleeve. It fits like you want. Heck yes. Add more length to the body. Oh, I'm excited. You knit so fast, Scruffy. I'm so impressed. I want to work the other way, actually. Till I was at sock class on Sunday. Got way further in your sock than everyone else. Yeah. Just based on, like, when you're, like, what you tell us, I'm like, dang. So speedy. Started it last Tuesday night. That's wild. And you have both sleeves done or just one sleeve? I think you have both. I was watching the Mets last night. They were playing out on the West Coast, which means that they started at 10:10 my time. And of course, the game went into extra innings. Which means that the game ended at like 1:30. And it was an exciting game, and I was like, I can't. I gotta see what happens. But we beat the Dodgers, so heck yeah. Take that, Dodgers. I do too. So what do you all think? Should I, after this little wave is done, should we work on the treasure chest down here? Or the coral, which is over here? The chest definitely has more color changes. So maybe that's where I should be working. Treasure? Okay. I love when Artie curls up in your lap because she's just lying there purring, and that's like the best. Like, you don't hear her purrs. They're very quiet, but you feel like the little grumble. Like the little gravelly. Gluon loves pirates, but doesn't have a pirate emote. You're right. He doesn't. almost done. Hooray! This worked out well to do it like this. So I was worried about like the frame moving too much since it's not like secured. But it's not bad, I don't think. Kitty time. I'm sorry, I can't go to work today. I've got a cat on my lap. Okay. All right. Pokeball Go. What color is this? This one. Is anybody else crafting or gaming? I'm sure some people are working. Technically working. Can't focus. Ugh. That stinks. Do you think it's just like the flu? You know what would be cool? What if I use sparkly thread for the treasure? Like the glitter stuff. So that the treasure is shiny. Oh no, do you have a test that you could take to see if it's that one? They actually make like COVID/flu tests where it'll tell you if it's any of the three. If it's COVID or flu A or flu B. I think it needs more glitter. The only problem with that is that I cannot get to the glitter because of Artie. So no, that's fair. Yeah, I could also do like the little Well, I'll do anything over here with the treasure chest that's not sparkly. But I'm going to make all the treasure sparkle. Because I like that idea. So sparkly. So I posted a video on Maple's account yesterday of him lying on Patch's dog toy Chewy box and asked people and Chewy what they thought, if he was in a box or on a box or neither one. And Chewy responded, and I love that. They're such a good company. Not sponsored, but hey. They did, yeah. Here, I can show you.
Does this count as a cat in a box? This count as not exactly a box, but it's this box toy that you sell. So, help me out. Is my cat currently in a box? On a box? Not in a box? I don't know. He decided to lay there though, instead of anywhere else. So, I like to think that he is, in fact, in a Chewy box. Thanks. Okay. Let me know in the comments what you think.
So Chewy said, since it's a closed box, he's sitting on a box is our answer. And I was like, no, that's, you know what? That's a good answer, Chewy. I love that too, yeah. They're such a good company. Yeah, they responded. Their official response too was that he's on a box because it's a closed box. So he's not in it. And I'm like, you know, that makes a lot of sense. He also then decided last night, again, out of all the places that he could lie down, he once again, this time he was like, I am picking this box as my spot to lie. Like, my feet, everything. He's all tucked up on. All tucked up. People who cross stitch will understand. Some colors fill in spaces so nicely. They always look really good. And other colors always look like crap. And this is one of those colors that looks so good. Like the purple. The blue that I just did always looks messy. And there's a yellow, it's 740 something that always looks scrungly and like not like a full color. Hi, Emily. Artie is being the biggest helper. Yeah, I was actually going to go and get some sparkly cross-stitch thread, but I can't because she decided that it's now time to lie here. It's a very big helper. Also, fun fact, for those who are always frustrated by black and white not looking good in their cross-stitch, do yourself a favor and buy anchor thread instead of DMC. Okay, this is cross stitch thread. I know that it's in like a normal, like this looks like sewing machine thread, but stranded cotton. Oops, you can't see that. Stranded cotton means that it's the kind that you can split. Anchor black and anchor white look so much better than DMC. It looks fuller and more saturated. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb. How dare I hit my elbow? The other night I was getting something out of the freezer and I ended up first accidentally knocking over like the French fry bag. Luckily none of them spilled. Then I ended up knocking all of James's ice cream bars onto the floor. Again, they're sealed, so it was fine. And then I hit my funny bone on the door as I spilled ice all over the floor. And y'all, the curse that I screamed, because it was just one of those like, are you out of your mind right now? I yelled so, and then I felt really bad. Like my arm was numb. It was like tingling, pins and needles kind of pain. And then I felt really bad because I came back out into the other room and Patch is sitting on the couch just like shaking. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Because like all the noise, all the stuff falling, he was like, what is that? And then I yelled and he's like, oh no, something's wrong. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. But it was just like everything was just like, nope, I'm going to fall now. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Right now? I know. So then we snuggled and he was fine. I was like, I'm sorry. Everything's good. There's nothing wrong. I felt so bad though. But it hurt. It was one of those things where you were just like, ow. You've also been there? Yeah. I feel like all of us have at some point been in that situation where like it's just a chain reaction of everything just that could possibly go wrong going wrong, and you're like, this is great. Super duper. Okay. So like this is a lot of moving the hoop. And that's why doing it while it's attached in the stand is just a pain in the butt. It's just all these tiny details. So I asked James, because he's been to this stadium that we're going to, and he was saying that they didn't care if he brought like a bottle of water in last time. And he kind of said the same thing that you all said, which is like, how would they know if it's for like ADA purposes or whatever? I like that it said 88 instead of ADA. Ah, yes, 88 purposes. I love when things are for 88 purposes, right? It's great. Oh, that's a big stretch. She's so sweet. Cats are just like living stuffed animals. They're soft and small and snuggly. And they're comforting. Hey James, we need to bring the dress for the wedding to the tailor to see if they can alter it. And if so, how much it would be and all that. Like, we gotta do that soon. That right there is how ADHD works. I mean, I should say that there's a lot more to it than that. It's not just like, oh, I'm so funny and my brain is so weird. But like, I looked at Artie and thought about how great cats are. Looking at her, she's orange. Thought about how sad it was that Quark passed away, who's Ryan's cat. And then I was like, man, he should get another cat. Oh, he's getting married. Oh, I have to finish that blanket. Oh my gosh, their wedding's coming up. I need to see getting my dress ready for it. So, you know, just a nice chain of events there that led to that thought. Yep, this Friday. This Friday will be a pajama party. James didn't hear a word that I just said. Hey Google, turn on James's office. Hi, Smoothie. Oh, hi. Thanks for paying attention to me talking to you for like the last 5 minutes. It is the undersea one, yep. We are working on like a bunch of the little things that require me to move the hoop a lot to weave in ends. Because today's a shorter stream. So like we finished the seahorses up here who needed the little details done, and we did the little fishies. And now we're doing some of the treasure chest. Hi Taffer, welcome in. I am doing pretty good. How are you? He's still not listening. What's your news? Dang it, what? Did you? Which one did you order?
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Hi, Saren. Oh, did you do a late stream today? Because you weren't on earlier. Hi, Sapphire. Welcome in. We are doing a little bit of cross stitching today because James and I are going on a date in a little while. So we're doing a short stream where we are working on the stuff that I kind of have to move the stand around a lot for because I didn't clip it in today. And there's an Artemis here keeping us company. So we're doing a lot of these little details, like finishing the little scales on the seahorses, making these little fishies, the little blue swirly, and now some of the treasure chest stuff. So welcome in. Some granny squares. Oh, for some more dragons. I haven't even gotten that dragon pattern yet. I'll have to. I also had the thought of doing sparkly thread for the things in the treasure chest. So I am not going to do the treasure chest anymore, like this area. And I think that we might do some coral. There's some pink coral here. Because I was going to get the sparkle thread, but there's a cat. I can't get up. This snail in the lettuce leaf, oh my gosh. I love that. That's so fun. But thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you. Let's get you a raid star. Yeah, there is a cat. There is a kitty who is snoozing so nicely. So maybe I have a blue-green coral here and a pink one. So maybe I'll do the blue-green one. I don't know. Cats sure do run our lives. They sure do. How's your little guy doing? Woke up as soon as I raided. We're gonna go nap. Oh, I was just saying how soothing cats are. Like, they're living stuffed animals. They are warm and they're cuddly and they purr sometimes and ugh. Oh, but Saren, before you go, guess what the girls did last night? Hi, Yarn Crafters Corner. Welcome in. How was your stream? What were you up to? Back-to-back raids. Hello, Half to Happy. It's good to see you. All the friends, come on in. We're doing a short stream today. Normally I stream until 6, but James and I are going on a date for like the first time in a while. I mean, we had a dinner date the other night, but we're going to a ball game. So, I won't be on for too much longer. But thank you so much for bringing everyone over. Here's Saren's raid star. Put you in the jar, and let's get one for YCC. Poof, don't know. What were you working on today? They did, Saren. Well, I'll leave that up to interpretation. So, Artie was snoozing on the couch with me. Look at her. Like, flat pancake of a girl. Just so cozy. And then Pippin came and she wanted to jump up on the couch. And it didn't matter that there was a whole bunch of couch over there because she wanted to be near me. So she put her little paws up and saw where Artie was. So you're doing some spinning on the small wheel and prep for Tour de Fleece. Ooh, that's next month. Oh, let me just scooch. Let me just scooch in here. So this was like, I missed when she first jumped up, but please appreciate the fact that Artie didn't move her head for a minute. So she just, the full face of Pippin's floofy butt just... And then I was like, I'll get, yeah, like not a care in the world. And I was like, let me give each of them pets because they're being so good. Right? And so I give Pippin some. And I give Artie some. And then Pippin's like, oh, what you doing? Oh, yeah, sister's there. And then, wait for it. Kisses. Kisses on camera. She still looks so pissed. And then Pippin laid down. I was writing a note to James, and so she was helping. And yeah, Artie was just like, this is fine. And so she didn't care. And that to me is a win. Like, I mean, yeah, she looks pissed. But that's just how her face always looks. But she was like, this is fine. And Pippin was like, this is fine. And they stayed like this until Pippin loves getting her belly rubbed. She loves getting like scritches on her tummy. If she really minded, she would have left. Exactly. Or she would have complained. She didn't hiss. She didn't like swat at her. Nothing. But then, like, look at. But yeah, they stayed like that for a few minutes until Pippin decided that she wanted her belly rubbed. And so she started to roll over. And once Artie got like a paw in the face, she was like, I'm done now. And then she left. Like, look at her. What a freaking ham. She's like, please pet me. And Artie's like, why are you like this? But yeah, they were like that for a little while, and I was so freaking proud of them. And I was like, just, that's all I wanted for these girls, is to have that friend, you know? To be able to have a companion that, you know, gets along with them. Of course. I'm always excited to share cat updates. So, I mean, that's the hard thing, right? Is knowing how old they are, because obviously living outside, like, they estimated Maple to be older than we think he is, but that was based on how crusty he was, and he was crusty because he has FIV, and so it's like, it's hard to tell. At least I feel like right now, because they aren't showing signs, like Patch is showing signs of being an older dog. He is slower to get up, and you can just tell that he's kind of sore in places, like when he moves. And I don't get anything from them like that. Artie doesn't like to play as much as the others, but she never did. So I don't know. We have like estimated ages, but I don't think that they're right. Also, YCC, here's your star. Thank you again for the raid. Into the jar. Let me see. Honestly, this is the easiest way to remember, is looking on Chewy. So Artemis is guessed to be around 6 years. They estimated older. But that's what we put her at. Maple is estimated at 5. Also, his weight has changed. I should I should change that. He's a chonker. And then Pippin, what did they say with her? I don't even remember. 8 years. They estimated Pippin to be oldest. I think that's wrong. Based on how she acts, I think that Pippin is probably the same age as Maple. Like the playfulness, the zooming, the running, the silly stuff like that. I don't think that's right. But I also don't know. I do know that Artemis, the reason that we gave her the age that we did, she did live outside when we first moved in. She was outside in 2019 when we first moved into this house. So she is at least that old. Because she was outside when we first got here. And she was not a kitten when we got here. Like, she was full grown. Giving big sister energy. That annoying little sister. Yeah. She's like, gosh. Mom. Can you believe her? At least 6, yeah. And that's the other hard thing, too, is that Artie has bad teeth. Like, she's had to have teeth removed. Poor thing. And so you would think that that, again, makes her older. But like they said, some cats just... And she could be. She could, for all we know, be a senior cat. I have no idea. Only by what they show and, like, you know, if we can get any kind of, like, blood work or anything like that. I have no idea how else to tell. 7 acts like a 1-year-old. Yeah, I don't... Like, I know what to look for in, like, an aging pet. Like, slowing down and different, you know... But... I don't know. I really don't. So again, we at least know that she was outside in 2019 and she was full grown. The others we never saw them until we first saw them outside. Like, they were not around when we moved in. So it makes it a little trickier. I would love to know, like, for sure, and have, like, some way of telling, but you don't have that. Anyway, with her teeth, they said some cats also just have bad teeth. And, like, it's a genetic thing, less than an age thing. So, I also know, though, that I want to get her checked. Like, we've had blood work done on all of them, obviously, because we had no idea anything about them, just to get, like, the full story, if you will, as full of a story as we could. And her liver values are a little higher than ideal, I guess. So she gets blood work done more frequently than the others, just to keep an eye on that. And they're going to need to go for checkups, her and Maple. And I honestly want them to check her thyroid also, because I wonder if she's hyperthyroid. Because she gets, like, as much food as Maple, and she's still a tiny little thing. And she drinks water like nobody's business. She is so hydrated all the time. She chugs water. It's never an issue. And those are both things that could be with hyperthyroid. So I want them to double check that too. So the fur starts to lose color, start to walk badly, yeah. Hardly surprising that a feral cat has bad teeth. Exactly. That was the other thing, too, is that they were like, listen, you know, she probably didn't have good food or proper nutrition, like, growing up. And so it's entirely possible that because of that, her teeth are just, like, not in great shape. Yeah, the teeth checks aren't always accurate. Neither, honestly, you have to take a whole lot into consideration because when they originally looked at Maple, they told us that he was a senior cat, and we were like, absolutely not. But Maple was a crusty FIV positive cat who literally had just come inside for the first time. And he was like adjusting. His nose was crusty, his eyes were bad. Like everything about him was just one giant crust bucket. And then once he cleared up a little bit, they're like, oh yeah, no, he's definitely not. And I'm like, no, I know. Like, I know he's not. Um, it's just like it's the FIV. I mean, he had like this is the difference for those who don't know. So FIV is like HIV in kitties. It is transferable from one cat to another through deep puncture wounds, like blood puncture wounds. It is not transferable to people, dogs, other animals, just interspecies. It makes them more susceptible to illnesses, to diseases. If they are indoor cats, they have the same life expectancy as any other cat. If they are outdoors, their life expectancy is actually much, much shorter than, I mean, outdoor cats' life expectancy is already short. It's already shorter than an indoor cat. But an FIV outdoor cat, their life is like halved because they're just that much more susceptible to everything. So both girls, when they came in, Artie had an ear infection. I think. Or she had pink eye. And that was honestly probably because of her infected foot. Pippin was fine. Nothing wrong with Pippin. Artie got fixed up. Maple we brought to the vet had a double ear infection in both his rods and his cones, like the two different things in their ears. And he had 3 internal parasites. The others were fine. Like, they didn't have internal parasites. It was nothing like, and, like, he was just, and that's what I always tell people. Like, that's what you're, like, you know, outdoor cats run that risk. So yeah, he took a lot of meds to get better. Poor thing. It's like, yeah, no wonder he looked a mess when we took him to the vet, because he was so sick. He had so much going on. And he was still so sweet, you know, like... Still such a good boy. And it's funny because Artie already has a limp, and I think that she has a limp from just how bad her foot had been infected. It's fine now. Everything is good now. But I think that she had walked with it for so long that it just affected how her stride is. You know, like when you have an injury and you go to physical therapy, how they work on like strengthening all the muscles so that you don't, you know, they don't atrophy. I think that some of her muscles just didn't get used as much because of how she walked, because she was in pain. And therefore, she has like she's always had this little hitch in her step when she walks. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're going to be wrapping up a little bit in a little bit here because I have a date night. James and I are going to a baseball game. Yeah, kitties are doing good. I was showing off pictures of the girls snuggling. Kind of against Artie's will, but she accepted it and was like, this is fine. So ads are about to play, so we'll take a quick stretch. And then we'll come back just to finish up this little section, and then I'm going to skedaddle. I'm going to go to the ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. So yeah, let's play a round of words. Take a stretch, get a snack or a drink, use the bathroom, take your meds, move your laundry, and I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Okie dokie. Thank y'all for sitting through ads. I appreciate it. It's tonight. At 6:30. I'm nervous now. Yeah. Do you know how? Working on your dad's card for Father's Day? Oh, no worries. I don't know how. If you're in the mod screen, there's also a button. At least on mine there is.
I'm gonna ask you to show me where the button is.
Oh, I don't know that you had the same screen as me.
Oh.
But you can also evidently type /poll and then it pulls up the options. That. But I don't know if you have that.
Oh, I don't know either.
Oh, no worries, Tigress. See you later. I'm wondering what he wants to poll. Like, I'm excited, but I'm nervous too. And that's another thing that's interesting with anxiety. Sometimes your body confuses those two because they both are made, like the feelings, if you will, on like a molecular level are both kind of created the same. Like with the same hormones and the same signals, if you will. Yes, you can. Type / and then poll and hit enter. Or you can come in here and do it on my computer. And so it's real easy though for like your body to be like, I don't know what to do. A lot of anticipatory anxiety. Me too.
I was hitting / pull and enter and it wasn't pulling up any.
Do you have like pop-ups blocked?
Maybe.
Here's your question spot.
Oh, that's plugged in.
Yeah.
I didn't think. I thought it was wireless.
Uh-huh.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, well,
Ah.
you also don't have unlimited space, so. I mean, that's not even... Oh, you hit... Okay. I was going to add another option, which is an hour early. Oh, wait, no. No.
You ended it.
I meant to click on view... Hold on here. Here's your thing. I can type it.
Okay. You can add your thing too.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay.
What?
And that's right. That's the thing you wanted to add.
Okay, there we go. I meant to click on this one, which is view results.
Oh, okay. I have to go vote.
Okay, be careful that you don't step on the cat.
I know I was.
There you go. That's what James wants to know. It is a military thing. Absolutely. No. Okay, so this is not going to an airport. This is going to a doctor's appointment, a movie, an event. Not like something where you need to be there early. So it's a doctor's appointment. It is going to the baseball game. It's going to a movie theater. Okay? Something that is not like where you need to be there super early. Yeah, because the type of event matters. So we're going to the ball game tonight, okay? We're going to the ball game tonight. We're going to a movie. What time? Click on the thing. Listen, movies you used to not be able to book seats and early was critical. Yeah, you can absolutely say what you voted. 10 to 15 minutes early here as usual, yeah. Totally depends to me, an hour. Oh no! Scruffy, you and my husband should be together, I guess. That is absolutely wild to me. Absolutely not. An hour before a ball game starts, what are you going to do? They are not giving away anything at the game. It is Bark at the Park tonight. That's the only reason I would go that early. Get that bobblehead. Yeah. I get that. A movie, I walk in like 2 minutes prior to the actual movie starting. Gates opening is fun to walk around. Bark at the Park? Yeah, dogs are going to be there tonight. If I'm going to a concert or something and want to get merch or snacks. Okay, yeah. Had to be there early when you worked. Well, sure, if you're working there, absolutely. It's fun to be early because you can see warm-ups and walk around. Yeah. If you're someone suffering from anxiety, though, getting there too early before things start happening. And so, say that you've done everything and now you're just sitting there. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I'm just sitting there going like, Oh my god! You have to be there early to buy tickets. Yeah, if you haven't purchased online. No, I understand that too. 30 minutes. Yeah. The closer to start time, the more nervous I get. Yeah, this is also a military thing. If you're on time, you're late. I can too. This is the thing, I think, for me. Having agoraphobia, right? Which is fear of leaving the house, fear of being outside of my house. I haven't been to a ball game since probably 2016, 2017. And that was also a minor league game. Like, I haven't been to these things in so long that it is... I'm going to be anxious there. Just because it's new. It's not that... Like, if we were going to the ballpark that I had gone to growing up, it'd be a little less anxiety-inducing because I know my way around. So it's going to be anxiety-inducing. Yeah, I should take my meds now. What do you think, James? A hole? I think a hole. That's what I grabbed. Like, I'm just nervous because it's like more time outside of my house, if that makes sense. So leaving like super early, it's like, okay, sure, but now I'm out of my house even longer and I want to be able to be there to enjoy the actual event instead of being there early and then having to leave early because now, like, I've used up all my spoons for this event and we got there an hour early. Yeah, okay. Originally, James wanted to get to the ballpark an hour early tonight, and I was like, no. Absolutely not. We're not getting to the ballpark an hour early. No. Depends on the person in the event, absolutely. Yeah. To balance early and not being at the park too long, yeah. You'll get worn out sooner. Mm-hmm. Pull space, then enter. Oh, interesting. Because, like, I can't bring my crafts with me to sit and do while we're waiting for the game to start. They do. I can't bring multiple bags. I'm allowed one bag in. And it has to be a certain size. Ah. If I don't have time ahead of my time to the buffer, yeah. I had a buffer. But Elf, you're also military too. So that was drilled into you. That's why James is like this. But I also understand, like, if, like, for instance, tomorrow, the doctor's appointment that I'm going to is like a freaking hour and a half away, which sucks. So, like, yeah, are we probably going to leave with, like, 2.5 hours before the appointment? Probably. Because there's a lot of stuff that can happen in between here and an hour and a half away appointment. No, okay. Silly, James wanted to leave so that we got to the ballpark tonight an hour early. He was not a 30-minute early person until I yelled at him that I was not going to get there an hour early. Either way, yeah. Get drinks, bathroom, use this, yeah. Take something to keep cool, yeah. Takes 20 minutes to dry, so I plan. Oh, But you see, Elf, that's not... If James wants to be at a movie at least 15 minutes early, James, how early are you leaving? If it takes 20 minutes to get there, how long will you... Why... At what time will you leave? This is like a math problem. Say get there as close to game time as possible, yeah.
Oh, that as close to game time would make me anxious.
Early, yeah. No, so wait, James, you didn't answer the question.
What was the question?
Okay, so if you want to be somewhere 15 minutes early,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes 20 minutes to get there,
Mm-hmm.
how early are you leaving?
If I have to be there 15 minutes early,
Uh-huh.
it takes me 20 minutes to get there.
Uh-huh.
I'm leaving at least 35 minutes prior to the actual appointment. Because I want to be there 10 minutes prior to the 15. Which is 25. But I'm accounting for traffic and all the other stuff, so an extra 10 on top of that. Does that make sense? Math is mathing, right?
My tummy is
If
nervous.
I want to be there 15 minutes early,
Uh-huh.
I want to be there 10 minutes earlier than the 15. So I really want to be there 25 minutes early. So I'm going to leave, and it takes me 20 minutes to get there. Yeah, so I'm leaving with like a 10-minute buffer to the 15.
Help! How much more would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Yeah, if I want to be there 15 minutes early, I really actually want to be there 25 minutes early. If it's a 20-minute drive, then I'm leaving 45 minutes before my appointment. That's the math. Yep. Well, that extra 10 minutes gives me more buffer time to make me more comfortable.
We should have left yesterday.
To make me more comfortable for my 15-minute. If I want to be more comfortable and be there actually at 15 minutes early, I give myself a 10-minute buffer for that 15.
I should mention the ballpark is less than 15 minutes away. And he wanted to leave an hour beforehand.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. He didn't want to leave an hour beforehand. He wanted to leave get there.
An hour and 15 beforehand.
He wanted to get there an hour beforehand, and the park is 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
This is making me laugh so hard.
I feel like Elf gets me. I feel like something Elf understands.
Do you constantly check maps to see how traffic is doing?
Not really.
Walk there. I'm with James.
See, Scruffy Stitches is with me too.
My tummy's going like this now. It's going...
We're gonna have a good time
No.
now. Yeah. You like baseball. Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Then that's a lie.
I hate baseball. It's the worst.
Did you not... Okay, hold on. Wait, no. That's baloney, and I can prove it with physical...
Sorry, I have to go now, Chad. I love you, bye.
Where's your book?
Only spoons for 3 or 4 hours outside of the house. That's a key factor. Agreed.
Listen, I brought receipts.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I brought receipts. Hold on, I gotta flip to the beginning here. Because Megan made this. Right? Right? Her team, the New York Mets. She has a scorecard from every single game so far this season. She's been keeping a scorecard at home.
Well, because last year was
So
such...
you don't like baseball.
Last year was such an incredible season. Like, truly, anyone who watched baseball, so Emily, you can say, even though you're not a Mets fan, last year was incredible to watch.
Wild year.
It was just astonishing baseball to see a team come from so far behind, not expected to do well, to go to the playoffs. Like, it was out of this world. And I wished that I had a way of, like, I don't know, like a concrete thing of that. And then this year I was like, oh, what if it happens again?
She spiral bound that herself.
I did.
We didn't take it to, like, Staples.
No, that would have been expensive and silly.
Right. We have a machine, and she did that all on her own.
Yeah, they've seen my machine.
So you don't like baseball.
I don't.
I'm going to spiral bound my own scorecard book for this year and keep track of every single game since opening day.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't like baseball.
Look at yesterday's scorecard. It was freaking... In the best way, that is so nerdy. Thank you.
You're going to have fun tonight. We're both going to have fun tonight. 1-3 to 4 the Dodgers. I like the scorer comments. You even have scorer comments down at the bottom. I didn't notice that.
Sometimes, yeah. If, like, they tell me something interesting at, like, the ball, like, the announcer say something, like, oh, yeah, this was Linda. Like, there's one there. Yeah.
5,000th consecutive game for a radio editor.
Remember, like,
Yeah.
I'll put little...
Oh, yeah. She doesn't like baseball.
I know.
She's going to have a miserable time tonight. And to be fair, you should start rapping. Because we need to be early-ish.
Okay. You never learned to score? It's something that my dad taught me. We went to ball games a lot growing up. Here, I can show you. Well, we would go once a year. He would pull me out of school. They were some of my favorite memories. He would pull me out of school one day and we would go to Shea Stadium and watch a ball game. And that's where he taught me how to score. So, again, everyone's score is a little different. So, this is how my scorecard is lined up, right? You put the player, their position. For instance, here, this was our DH, and then Vientos came in until he pulled a hammy and fell over. So I'll put down, like, what innings they played, too. Just so that way I know, like, when I look over here, that, like, okay, Alvarez didn't get that 2-run RBI, Terens did, because he came in the 10th. So he's the one that got the 2. So 2B means he got to second base. He came all the way around, though, and scored a run. And he got an RBI when he got to second. Yeah. The other thing that I did with my scorecard that I liked, because this I always forget, I put this, I designed this scorecard. I took one offline that I liked that had a lot of things that I liked, and then I changed a few things. Like, I made room for extra innings and stuff like that. But I also have this, because these are the positions. So, like, if you look at here, this says F8, which means it was a fly ball to the center fielder. Because 8 is center field. And if you look here at a 4-6-3 double play, that's a double play. So that went from the second baseman to the shortstop to the first baseman. That's why I put this in, because I always forget the positions too. So this way it makes it a lot easier to know, like, where the heck everyone is. I did not fill out what our pitchers did yesterday. I only did our starter, so I have to go back and fill that in. Because, like, I have... Yeah. This one got water spilled on it, which was sad. This is meticulous. I'm in awe. Thank you. Yeah. It was a game last night. It didn't end till 1:15. But we beat the Dodgers, and that's what really matters. I don't think I have Dodger fans here. Listen, we were so close to winning the World Series last year. Heck you, Dodgers. Okay, I have to go. Oh. That could be shared or made available as a digital download. Yeah. I can share it. It is, like I said, so hang on, let me zoom this out a little more. A lot of this was available for free like, one of the things that I really liked is that I can mark balls and strikes on here. So, like, this, it was a 4-ball walk. There were no strikes on this. This one, he hit a home run after 1 strike, so it was the second pitch he saw. So I like that this one has a spot to fill in. Like, if, like, this worked the count full. So, like, that was already there, as was the little base path thing. But I changed this. Like, I changed the totals, because the things that I thought were more important are here. So, like, runs, hits, errors, how many people were left on base, strikeouts, walks, sacrifices, and hit by pitches. Lindor had a good game. He did. He did. It's always good when your first batter gets up and hits a home run. It's always good. First inning, second pitch, home run. Yeah, that's a good. That makes you feel good about things. So like a lot of that stuff was there. I made room, like I said, for extra innings because originally there was only 9. So I shrunk it. I moved it. I also made room for more pitchers because originally there was only room for 4. And I added room for more because, let's be real, in a ball game you're going to go through a lot. And then, like I said, I put this in as well. So this scorecard was available, and then I made changes. So yeah, I can share. Like this was, here's the original scorecard. Actually, there was like a baseball person here. Actually, this was even after I made changes because there was 10. But you see, they just cared about those 4: runs, hits, errors, left on base. I need to go. I know. I'm procrastinating. James is taking Patch out. I'll make a Stitch stream. Anywho, I will not be here tomorrow because I'm going far for a freaking doctor's appointment. So, I will not be here tomorrow for stream. I will update you all in Discord on the game and stuff like that. But Thursday I'll be back. Thursday we're going to Diamond Dot. And then Friday we're going to work on assembling the blanket. So, if you haven't already and you like the stream, make sure you hit the follow button. That way, you can come back. I'll share pictures of, like, doggos and stuff like that, if there are any. I hope that there are some. I'll be sad if there aren't. Anywho, we're probably... Yeah, I know, I'm wrapping up right now. I was literally just saying to them that you're taking Patch out. I can hear it. I was showing them my scorecard. You brought it in. It's not my fault. And then people were asking if I could share it so that way they could teach their kids how to score. And I was like, absolutely, because that's... I think a lot of fun learning how to do it. Yeah, and now you're distracting me. Okay, let's go see ducks. Megan, finish the outro. We're gonna go see ducks, because who doesn't love ducks? Quack. Anyway, have a really good rest of your time zone. Thanks for being here today. I appreciate you all so much. Come join the Discord if you would like. Here's my socials. And yeah, have a really great rest of your time zone. Eat something tasty, drink some water, take any meds you have to take, be kind to yourself, be kind to other people. Remember you are loved. I'll see you all tomorrow. Or no, I won't see you tomorrow. I'm sorry, I lied. I'll see you all on Thursday. Okay, there's fluffy duck butts on